"You don't belong here," my brother sneered at dinner. So I laughed, bought the $5 million restaurant, fired him, and took back everything. My name is Ethan Cole. I am 38 years old, and my own family left me standing without a seat at their fancy dinner party, telling me I should probably go eat at McDonald's. Before I tell you how I ended up owning that restaurant, the company my brother worked for, and the exact building they resided in, please let me know where you're viewing from in the comments section. It's important to know who you're talking to. All of this took place at the Summit in Chicago. If you're from around here, you'll recognize the name. It's one of those 5-star establishments where politicians strike agreements over steak and celebrities hide from the cameras in private rooms. Reservations must be made months, sometimes a year in advance. So I was shocked when my brother Nathan called to invite me to a dinner to celebrate his promotion to vice president. Nathan and his wife Rebecca had spent years keeping me at a distance. I was the awkward older brother, the blue-collar black sheep, the janitor. I didn't fit into their new refined lifestyle. "So you've been invited to the city's most exclusive restaurant." Something felt odd. But a small part of me hoped it was a peace offering. Perhaps they were finally ready to be a family again. I put on my nicest suit. It was old and somewhat worn at the elbows, but it was clean and the best I had. I drove my old pickup truck, the one with a constant layer of filth and a dent in the driver's side door, and handed over the keys to the valet, who looked at me as if I had just arrived from another planet. I walked inside. The restaurant was dripping with crystal chandeliers, soft classical music, and servers who moved like ghosts. I noticed them across the room. Nathan looks great in a $1,000 suit, while Rebecca sparkles in a designer dress with diamonds. They sat at a large table with some important-looking folks. But as I came closer, a chill ran up my spine. There were 10 chairs around the table. 10 individuals sat in them. There were no unoccupied seats. I stood on the edge of their circle of laughter and clinking drinks. Nathan eventually looked up, a slow, smug smile creeping across his face. The entire table fell silent, observing me. Then, with a voice as sweet as poison, Rebecca leaned forward and said loud enough for the tables around to hear, "Oh Ethan, I'm so sorry. There must have been a mix-up. But you know, maybe McDonald's would be better suited for someone of your background." The hush in that section of the restaurant was deafening. Every eye was on me. They were waiting for me to shatter, yell, and flee in disgrace. Instead, I started laughing. It began quietly, a rumble in my chest, and gradually became louder and louder, until it was a roar that rang throughout the establishment. It was not a mad person's chuckle, it was the laugh of a man with all the cards. Nathan's smile disappeared. Rebecca's face became pallid. And then was when the real show started. To understand that night, you must first understand the previous 25 years.